All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the next episode of the State of the Union. This is episode 4, I believe. Going strong with number 4, fourth quarter. Here we go. Hope it doesn't end up like the 49ers in the Super Bowl. But, yeah, still hurting from that one. One week later. But no, glad everyone's listening. We've got our producer, Mr. Jenne, aka also co-host there. And then your main man, Shrink, as the host with it looks like a new mic, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Smooth as butter.
You betcha. Thanks
Yes,
to our man, Deep Dish.
And then we have, of course, the him of the month. He is him, Mr. Lil Jon.
He's him.
Look how official he is right now. Look at that.
The F3 shirt, the background. We need to
represent.
Yeah, bro's not messing around.
I love it. Lil Jon wears his F3 shirt every Sunday to church, so that hopefully just someone asks him about it, right?
I have not gotten a single EH yet, so I'm doing everything I can to make this happen.
Love it. All right. Well, we got a lot of good stuff in store for you tonight. Enjoy listening, but we're going to kick it off first with 29 seconds with Nantan. Before we kick this off, you might, if you're new or just haven't looked at the lexicon, you might hear the word PAX thrown around a lot. PAX can be two definitions. One as a singular PAX, or PAX as the group of all of us. Okay, so PAX is used both interchangeably, singular and all of us combined. In the 29 seconds with a Nantan, it's going to be used as all of us combined. Just keep that in mind. I will let Shrink get his timer up.
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1. It's easy to find barbecue friends, drinking friends, fishing friends. There's no challenge in finding others to be comfortable with you. What's difficult is finding people willing to be uncomfortable with you. The former group are friends. The latter groups is a PAX. A PAX is about strength, and that strength is only as good as its weakest member. For that reason, the PAX will always strive to bring each individual up to his highest potential. The friends are concerned with what they can get back from you. The PAX is a community.
Money.
Well done.
Wow.
That was good.
Better and better each time.
He's a buzzer beater.
Getting ready for March Madness.
I did see panic setting in his eyes when he started to stumble that last line. And
I think that's the first time I ever stumbled too. Dang.
Had to make up a half second there.
He needed to use a pregnant pause.
Oh, my Lord. See, now it's all out of order because now we're referencing something that's coming later in the episode.
It's podcast inception.
Podcastception.
God, I hate that movie.
What's it? Foreshadowing.
Sure is. You just wait. You're going to learn about pregnant pauses tonight.
Oh, man. I can't wait to listen.
29 quick seconds.
Shrink, isn't it pregnant pauses?
Leaving space for the idea that is the child of the sentence.
They say the most important thing about comedy is timing.
I thought there'd be something after that.
I think you're supposed to say, like, the most important part of comedy is... I can't remember.
Up next, we are going to introduce our Hemi nominees. Oh, my bad. I got too excited for what was next. We have to always leave space for sound effects.
Yeah. I'll make space if there's not. Don't worry.
After any good sentence, just leave space. In the biz, we call that leaving a pregnant pause.
We sure do. And I knew about that prior to this moment.
I just learned about it right here and now.
Not me.
Little John, when did you learn about the pregnant pause?
I think it's the first I've ever heard of it.
Oh, welcome.
It ain't a real thing, right? You're making this up.
For the pregnant pause?
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Okay.
See, watch. Look, it's
sure.
when you're talking, and then you just
Will you tell the people something useful?
So there's this thing called a pregnant pause.
No, the Hemis.
All right. Our Hemis. Hemis. The Hemis are taking place this month, February, at the Valentine's dinner. We have compiled our nominees. We've received 15 responses, 15 separate nominations for the following categories. Number 1, most creative beatdown of the year. Number 2, what PAX regularly plans the most difficult beatdowns. Number 3, best coffee of the year. And number 4, the hymn of the year, which leaves us at number 5, which I would debatably say is the most exciting. Hemi is the most transformed PAX of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I think seeing someone's progress and making clear gains and accelerating is really cool. So those are our 5 categories. Here are the nominations. Most creative beatdown of the year. Nominations: Village People, Comprende, Medicine Ball Volleyball. I don't remember who queued
it. Was that not Geo?
I was gonna say, I do think it would be the most fun to just give it to Medicine Ball Volleyball
and
without
just
knowing
see who walks forward.
But I think that was Geo.
Yeah, I think so.
Winter Diaper Dash at the Red Zone. That was a combination of, I believe, Midriff and Playdate.
Yeah, group effort.
Uniball, Muscle Beach Beatdown. VP's Christmas in July. So we've got Comprende, VP, Uniball, Midriff and Playdate, Uniball, and then Geo for the Medicine Ball Volleyball. All right. What PAX regularly plans the most difficult beatdowns? Nominations are Geo, Shrink with the Impossible Mile, Honey with the Dream Beatdown, LJ, House Arrest. Someone wrote, blanking on this, I probably blacked out.
Yeah, pick that one.
Uniball, Mr. Ding Ding, which is ironic given that he only has one ding.
Hey, yo. Allegedly.
Jenny.
I got on. All right, let's go.
Jenny, CSOP into Convergence, carry a coupon all over Marysville.
Yeah.
And those are our nominations for most difficult or PAX to regularly plan difficult beatdown. Geo, Shrink, Honey, LJ, House Arrest, Uniball, Jenny.
I'd have to also share it with Quaker and Lucky and Uni, because technically they were all leading the CSOP as well.
All right, so maybe we make CSOP its own nomination.
Maybe, yeah, I think so.
I think so. All right, VP, welcome to the show.
What's up, guys?
Just going over the Hemi nominees.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Best Coffee of the Year. Responses for nominees are as followed: Ricky Bobby, Bluey, VP, Little John, or Playdate.
Pretty much all the site keys there.
Yeah. Crazy how that works, right?
Just depends where you post.
We got House Arrest, and this doesn't exist. There is no such thing as good coffee.
Oh, wow. Oh,
I know who put that one in.
Naturally Knievel, yes.
All right, Hymn of the Year. Nominees are as followed: Knievel, VP, Little John, Stripper, Uniball. A long one. My man wrote a whole paragraph. Let me find the actual answers.
What's the name?
Little John again.
Okay.
All right. So,
Very
Hymn
good.
of the Year: Knievel, VP, Little John, Stripper, Uniball. And our final award, the Hemi for Most Transformed PAX of the Year. Perhaps the most meaningful Hemi. Deep Dish, Jenny, Muddy Waters, Turtle Dove, Quaker, Red Bag, and Quaker one more time.
Ooh.
So Deep Dish, Jenna, Muddy Waters, Turtle Dove, Quaker, Red Bag, Jenna are recommendations or nominees for most improved and most transformed packs of the year.
All right.
So
Round
will
of
those,
applause.
What a lineup.
will those just be listed come Saturday night, or will those be voted on again?
Those will be voted on. So I will create a poll for us with those nominees, and we'll see who wins some Himmies.
Sweet.
And there will be physical Himmy awards.
Yes.
I'm doing some crafting this week.
And there will be other Hemi Awards too, not just these 5, right?
Oh, correct.
Ooh.
Those that are being voted upon by SLT, Site Qs, and anyone else we could get to cast a vote. But next, let's go over some announcements. And we're going to do announcements earlier on in the show today because we received some feedback that apparently people want the important stuff on the front end.
Yeah, really, it's a matter of definition, if you ask me. But
Precisely.
yeah.
So today, maybe going forward, but at least today, we're going to go business in the front, party in the back.
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, our announcements. Number 1, the most obvious of them all, V-Day dinner. Be there or be a lame. Along those same lines, vote for the Hemi categories. Those will be posted in form of a ballot, probably Tuesday night or Wednesday. That'll give us still 3 days to do voting. So coming out soon. Keep your eyes open for that. Nominations to be released very shortly, perhaps even in this episode.
This episode?
Just keep listening or watching, and we'll see what happens here.
I don't think they're ready.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Y'all calling me out?
I don't know that they've earned it.
I'm going to prove myself tonight. Y'all going to learn tonight. Other announcements. I hear this was just posted. Breaking news. Breaking news. Beep, 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 beep. Breaking news. Breaking news. Beep, 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 beep. CSOP. Little John, as our first FQ, what can you say about upcoming CSOPs?
There will be in June, the date is to be determined, a half marathon. Soccer Mom and Quaker are putting on a half marathon. The plan is to do it somewhere on the Jim Simmons Trail. And they're going to raise some money for some sort of charity to be determined. But it's going to be a great opportunity to go out and stretch those legs, get some miles. Those guys who haven't done it before, this should be a ruck option as well. Just get out there, spend your whole day under load, and get it done.
And that charity TBD looks like it's about time for Jenna and I to start the F3 the Union podcast fund.
That mic's not going to pay for itself.
No
Sure-
money will
sure
be
isn't.
going towards the podcast now or ever.
Exactly. No money towards the podcast. It goes towards the fund.
My God, which
They're-
will
they're
directly
different entities.
benefit anything other than the podcast.
They're different entities. You guys got to learn how to be wealthy. You move money around. It's about having different accounts in different places under different names.
You don't have a green screen? What are you
Need-
doing with your life?
Oh
This is
yeah, we
all-
need the funding, of
Guys,
course.
my whole life is a green screen. This right here, green screen. This whole facade. We're all green screens.
I'm not ready for this. I
That-
didn't came here to get therapized. Or
That right there was a pregnant pause.
Oh, God,
Did you feel that? I felt it.
feeling something, man.
our last announcement, an upcoming gear order. I got that set up last week, I think, and they emailed me, and I don't know. We're in queue. We're in line. We're in line for a link to purchase more F3 gear. I made an attempt. I don't know who said this. I've asked 3 people now. Were you the one that wanted bright colors for gear, and they all were like, "No, it wasn't me." So someone said they wanted bright colors. There we go. We
Is that
found
it?
him.
It's me.
The
We
guy
found
that
the
wears
guy.
the neon jacket. Of course, it was Little John. Come on.
All right. Well, LJ, we got some bright colors, I believe. Also, I went with some Marysville Monarch colors for
Ooh.
tank tops and hoodies, some reds and some blues.
What about a off-centered logo?
We're gonna have to make our own one of those.
All right.
We
Get
wanna
that
move
bleach
it-
bottle out, baby.
Move it over, or we could do polo shirts and quarter zips.
Yeah, I was gonna say LJ's polo is pretty slick. Not gonna lie.
That one just feels a little big. The
Okay, now you're reaching.
the
You got to settle on something, bro.
the insignia.
It's because the outside of the circle is going into the seam of the arm is what you're
Mm.
getting. Yeah.
I think you're right. I think it could also be the size of his massive pecs. Just inflating
it's
it.
certainly not assisting with the matter.
And why-
It's so much closer to the camera. It's just
it's some sort of visual distortion.
Listen, I have a long storied career in textiles. I know what I'm saying here.
This man knows his textiles.
I don't know what I'm saying, man.
I'm an import exports.
you testing thread count.
Oh, we test thread count around here.
What's the best way to test thread count?
You feel it.
Feel it. When in doubt, just feel it.
Be like, oh yeah, this is definitely a thread count.
Greater than 1.
This has got to be somewhere between 1 and 50, I bet. There's
Can't guarantee
at least 50 threads in this thing.
upcoming F3 gear will involve greater than 1, maybe even greater than 50 thread count apparel.
I don't know the upper limit to put on that. It's the unfortunate reality.
High quality.
1,000, probably less than 1,000.
You know what we should do is I wanna tell you you're wrong. I'm gonna save my debate energy for Crossfire.
Yeah, we should roll into our next segment.
All right, next segmente interview with our him of the month.
He's him.
Who's him?
He's
him. We were so close. We just had the wrong inflection.
We'll get it next time. Maybe
Maybe you should use the pregnancy pause.
Yeah.
The
Use the maternal pause.
the Pregnancy Pause Support Center. Maybe Deep Dish would help us run that place.
Marysville pregnancy pause.
You all should know, Jan and I did not practice that he's him. That was all natural, and we were that close to nailing it.
No, we
That
practiced it a lot.
Oh,
I cut it all
horsepower.
out.
Most of what we do at workouts is just
It's just like, all right, he's him.
Nothing
Anyway, Little
beats-
John, welcome.
Yeah,
nothing
welcome,
beats
Little John.
Shrink Quaker, the 6.
Ooh, that was a
That
good
was
time.
classic.
That was a good time. Hopefully a memorable one. All right, LJ, open us up here. Tell us, hit us with your. People probably don't even know your actual name, so tell us your name, tell us your F3 name again, and where that name came from, and then we'll roll from there, brother.
All right. As you can see on the screen, my real name is Andrew Mason. They call me Little John. I'm 34. I've been in F3 now for just over 2 years. And my first day I came to a beatdown, I didn't know there was going to be a new name for me. And I had all of my hunting equipment in the back of the car, just sitting in the back seat, because it was a choice between going hunting that morning or doing what my M told me and going meet with a bunch of strange guys in a parking lot to do some kind of workout when it's 5 degrees outside.
It's a good
I-
good woman right there.
I obviously chose the latter, and I'm pretty sure the name was picked out within 5 minutes after I showed up, wearing a green hoodie with a bow in the back seat.
That'd do it.
Sounds about right. And from there on out, you went from Andrew Mason to Little John to now probably half and half LJ.
Yeah, a lot of LJ usage.
Yeah, you and VP lucked out there.
Can we hit on the origin of the spelling of the name Little John?
Ooh.
I think it was definitely a fat finger typo.
It just
time,
stuck. It just stuck
It
around.
just stuck. It just stuck.
It's something I have to be aware of every single time I tag you in a back blast. Similarly, Knievel. I think he misspelled Knievel, maybe, or I just misspell it. I don't know. It's another
If
one.
there
where
was
I'm
a Hemi, if there was a Hemi for the most times a backblast was edited because of typos, I'm the guy.
So, LJ, tell us about your first beatdown. What do you remember from it? If you remember who ran it, what'd you do? What were your immediate thoughts?
I don't remember who ran it. What I do remember is it was between 5 and 7 degrees. We did the classic warmer-rama that we used to do at the factory where it was a lap around the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then, your side straddle hops, Willie Mays to Hayes, all of which I had no idea what you guys were talking about. Just kind of throwing all at me all at once. And then they finished that up. And I was like, all right, that was it. That was difficult. We're done. We get to go home now. Nope. That was the warm-up. I think it was the pearls on the string. And I thought I was going to die. I don't remember who ran it, but I thought I was going to die.
Well, we're happy that you didn't die.
Oh, I almost did.
So, LJ, tell us a little bit about your process over the past 2 years. I know one thing that you share often in COT is the idea of being the six and talking about what that meant for you when you first began and then how that looks now and how we pick up the six. So if you could just share a bit about your process over the past 2 years and what picking up the six means to you.
I have a love-hate relationship with being the six. And I spent probably, I'd say the first 5 or 6 months consistently being the six. Being at the back of the group, somebody always having to come back and get me. And at first I took it as discouraging and slightly embarrassing that these men are coming out to work out and they're coming back to get me because I can't keep up. And it wasn't until I made a mental switch in my brain of it's not about being in the front, being in the back. It's about getting hard things done. We all finish at 6:15. It doesn't matter if you come in at the back, if you come in at the front. If you come in the front, you're signing up for more work. You got to go pick up that 6. If you come in the
Yeah.
back, you're doing everything you can to get there. And
Yeah.
so for me, the 6 has become kind of a badge of honor, I guess. If I'm the 6, it's because I've given it everything I have, right? I've given this beat down or the beat down the day before, everything I have and let that all out there. And I'm coming in just dragging because I didn't want to leave anything on the table. Being the 6 is powerful, and you can take it 2 ways. You can take it as like a discouragement, or you can take it as like the push to like, you know what, today I'm going to be second to the 6. I'm going to be the 5th. I'm going to be the 4th. I'm going to get up there so I can turn around and pick up the 6. And when I made that switch, at least it changed everything for me with F3.
Yeah. Wow. That's a great point. How the whole concept of picking up the 6 can be something that is both encouraging and supportive, but can also feel kind of embarrassing at the same time.
I think the important thing about it is, for me at least, it was embarrassing at first, and then it became motivation of like, I don't have to be here. None of these other men probably showed up and weren't the 6 on the first workout. On your first workout, you're drinking from a fire hose, right? Everything, terms you don't know. It's kind of meant to be like that. That's a big part of the culture. If somebody came out and found the workout to be really easy and stuff they've done before, they maybe won't come back. If you find it challenging and something's going to push you, and never knowing what you're going to get, you're going to come back.
100%, right? I think the idea that if you aren't failing, you're probably not challenging yourself seems to be part of that, right? That if what you're doing, if you're already mastered it, if every day you're able to be the best at something, it's probably time to try some new things.
Yeah, and it's all about you. you can make the workout as hard or as easy as you want, right? There was a beatdown on a Saturday that wasn't particularly difficult, but there were two men, and I'm going to apologize that I can't pull up their names right now in my head, but they did the same workout I did. They were throwing up at the end. I wasn't, and it was a wake-up call of there was definitely more I could have put out there today. I definitely held back and didn't give it what I could have.
Mm-hmm.
And like that really woke up like, am I wasting my time here, or am I going to do what I'm here to do?
Yeah. I think I was there. I think I was Willow
Yep.
and somebody else who doesn't come often, I think, but Willow was
Mhm.
one of them. And yeah, I'm with you. I remember that same idea, and it may have been Midriff maybe who owned it in the moment and acknowledged that. And yeah, I'm with you. It was a great reminder and challenge to actually push yourself, rather than just find your current limit and just stay a little beneath that. Just hang out
Yep.
right there. It
Here's
was,
Merlot zone, and here's where I'm going to stay.
yeah, exactly. That's a great point. All right. So, Little John, share with us, perhaps, what's been one of the biggest challenges for you, because you've done a number of different things, from 90-minute, 90-pound rucks to 75 hard twice, to doing a GTE, to becoming our region's first FQ. And what's been a challenge for you lately, and how have you been attacking that?
I'd say the biggest challenge for me is just finding balance.
Mm,
Um, I am 100% the guy. I am all in or all out. If I'm not going in 100%, I often won't do something. So the biggest challenge for me has been just finding that balance of like, I can show up and I can give it a good percentage, but it's not about me. It's about the other men in the group. It's about bringing them with me on this journey. It's about pushing them to go beyond what they think is possible. And it's about spending time with them and getting to know them. And this last, I'd say 6 to 8 months has shifted away from like, how far can I take my own personal fitness goal to how far can I help other men become more personal with their time, be more fit, be better with their
mm,
family, and just better leaders all around.
yeah. Wow. So a transformation from a self-focused approach, which isn't bad, right? It just isn't full.
Correct.
Once you begin to look at how it is that your presence somewhere is able to elevate those around you, it's definitely a mind shift.
Yeah.
Sweet. Big J, you got a question for our man, Lil J?
Man, I'm gonna have to cut this because I don't have one offhand, but I want to ask you a question.
I'm feeling like I'm being interviewed for like a Fortune 500 company here.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
good. That's
I'm
the
sweating.
vibe. That's the vibe we're going for, really.
I'm sweating, but
Um,
it might just be this fantastic monster, ultra peachy keen, sugar free.
Big J, if you don't yet, I'll keep
I
going.
got one. I got one.
right.
All right, LJ. I feel like one of the last frontiers in really fully opening your potential in terms of accelerating in fitness is fully embracing pre-work. When did you begin to do that, and what do you do on an ongoing basis to set yourself up to attend pre-work?
Pre-work. I'd say I probably started rucking with village people within the first couple months. I quickly realized that um, showing up to 2 workouts a week back when the factory was our only AO was not going to be enough for me. I obviously was a little further gone than I had realized, and village people said, "Hey, we do this thing before the beatdowns. We go and we'll ruck." And I had no idea what rucking was.
Mm.
So typical Little John fashion, spent hours scouring the internet. What is rucking and what does that mean? Only to find out that you simply put weight in what you shrink would call an overpriced backpack and
Which is not wrong.
go for a stroll. So yeah, it was probably within the first couple months. Started rucking. Really enjoy rucking. I ruck on non F3 days as well. It's a good way to just move. Doesn't take a lot of focus, but what kept me coming to the pre-work was just the conversation. Getting to know the men at pre-work. You get to have that mumble chatter that you can't always do during a beatdown when you're sucking wind. Just coming out, taking a walk, getting to know the other men that are there, kind of hearing what they're struggling with, maybe realize, wow, he's struggling with the same thing I am. I'm not in this alone. Other men have problems too. They're not perfect. And kind of working through those together. In the opportunity, we didn't have to do that during beatdowns. I think at the time we had the factory and the break room. And so the only time you really got fellowship outside of the gloom was the break room. So the pre-work became fellowship and a little bit of extra work for me. And as far as how I set myself up for it, my M helps me out a lot. She helps me get all my clothes ready the night before, partially because she knows that I won't, and partially because she knows that if I don't, I will wake her up in the morning when I'm trying to find those clothes. So they are in the hallway, ready to go. I get up at 3:30 every single morning, F3 or not. So I'm always ready to go for pre-work. If I'm coming to a beatdown, I'm coming to pre-work. If I don't show up to pre-work, you can probably bet I'm fart sacking the entire day.
F330. Let's go. I like it. That's awesome. I wanted to add with your acquisition of Hymn of the Month here. I feel like it's timely in that I've really observed you kind of actualizing all of F3 over the past couple months more so. Like you always had the fitness stuff, or you had that for a long standing period of time. But I was super impressed with your embracing of the fellowship and the faith aspect. What did that look like, your personal journey in growing those areas?
I am not an overly social person, I think is the best way to put it. I'll talk to you in the gloom. Typically, that was never a problem. Outside of that, you might get a text message from me, but I was never the person who was going to go hang out. Don't really go to people's houses to hang out. Don't go meet at the bars or anything like that. But I don't know, just something was in me was like, something's missing. Village people had been talking to me about, hey, just come try Grace. Had been out of a full-time church environment for a long time. Took the family to Grace, and the first time we're in the car on the way home, the kids are like, this was awesome. I want to do this again. Please, can we go back next week? So we were kind of hit or miss for, I'd say, a couple months with the lake season where we're always traveling.
Mm-hmm.
But once fall hit, the kids just wanted to go full time, and going to Grace, which happens to be where I'd say probably half the packs attend church, and realizing that F3 can take over an entire wing of Grace if they wanted to. I don't know why we don't have like a flag up somewhere there yet, but
just bring it. You're free to lead, brother.
Yeah, free to lead.
Free to lead. I wear this shirt to church, just so you know, every Sunday. VP got me there. Then realizing it was something I was missing and my family was missing out on, kept me there. And seeing the growth in my boys and me and my M's relationship, with going and hearing a message and then being able to talk about that throughout the week and what that means to us, it's really just a piece of the puzzle that I didn't realize I was missing. And along those same lines with like fellowship, I was probably the definition of a sad clown before I started F3, and not realizing that the piece that was missing was the fellowship. And it took me a while, almost 2 years, to open up and just really let people in to me. And what I found out is it's not about just letting people get to know me, but getting to know other men outside of the gloom.
Mm-hmm.
Going and trying to show up to other events. whether it just be hanging out with Shrink at some bar downtown that I've never even knew was there.
You acted like I was asking you to go drive to Alaska. I was like, where is this thing?
I have
Does
no idea.
Does this even exist? Is this real?
Trying to put myself out of my comfort zone to get to know other guys in their environment or see what they do has really just been encouraging to me to be accepted into that. Like, I know it's uncomfortable for me. I'm sure you guys realized it was uncomfortable for me, but accept me with open arms, and that has made all the difference. I feel like a totally new man since I've started to focus on being outside of the gloom with other men.
It's awesome.
Beautiful. Yeah, man. Yeah, there's absolutely something about embracing all of the different aspects of F3, from fitness, fellowship, and faith. And even as recently as last Saturday, playing ultimate frisbee ball, you almost embraced the fourth F of fighting.
Fighting.
It almost went down.
Your resident smack talker right here in the house, boys.
I just want to say I was getting called out for just sniping in the end zone. I ended up with 2.9 miles. I was definitely not just hiding in the end zone. I don't know what people were talking about, but yeah, that was fun.
Sore losers. That's all it was.
Haters hate. Haters gonna hate, bro.
They had an extra man, and you weren't even playing defense half the time, and they still couldn't score. So,
hey, from the losing team perspective, I can squarely say any hate and disrespect was 100% coming from a place of insecurity and feeling bad about myself. So just always keep that in mind when I'm sitting there talking smack.
That was 100% one of my favorite game days to date.
That was so fun. I think it was so fun because it was so physical, because the ground was so soft, so everyone could kind of run into each other, and we were just having a good time. It was great.
I turned it into a full contact sport. That's fine. No big deal.
That's how you know you're doing it right.
No one got hurt, so we all right.
Talk to you.
Okay, yeah. Some people. Oh yeah, I forgot Uni.
What actually happened?
I think he tore his meniscus.
His knees,
for real?
His knees.
No, he did not actually tear his meniscus.
He's hurt. He's hurt pretty good.
Yeah, something twisted some way that it shouldn't.
Mic down.
Edit that part out. We can't have people pursue that.
I'm back.
That's HIPAA violation. Me talking about Uni.
All right, LJ. We're gonna wrap up the interview section with one, maybe two final cues for you. So share with us an area right now where you're struggling. What's something that you're working on, trying to make sense of? An area where we can encourage you, pick you up as we see you out and around.
As much as I've worked hard on accelerating in all aspects, I think the fourth F, the mysterious fourth F that doesn't get talked about, which is family.
Okay.
I am still struggling with time management. It's been a thing for me. I think anybody who's talked to me in the last year knows that time management with my current job, with everything I'm trying to do in my fitness, to not become a sad clown, to try to fit F3 into that puzzle and still make time for my M and my 2.0s and make them feel loved and special. It's hard. There's only so many hours in the day.
Yeah.
And when you get up at 3:30 in the morning, 8:48 looks pretty much like bedtime. So just time management to be able to balance all these things is really my biggest struggle that I work on every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Being able to make it all fit.
If anybody has a time stretcher, I'm glad to invest in whatever startup you have going.
Some kind of machine that changes time, like a time machine.
Something along those lines.
I would also be interested in this investment endeavor. I'll put all my money into it.
Interestingly enough, I brought you all here today to have a conversation about your opportunity to invest.
By God, he's done it. He's cracked the code.
All right, LJ, wrap us up on this interview by giving the PAX some sort of challenge, suggestion, a charge. Well, how would you challenge us, or what would you encourage us with?
I would challenge all men of any fitness level to pick a beat down, and before you go, tell yourself, no matter what happens, I'm going to see what I'm capable of today. I'm going to see how far I can push. I'm going to see where is my breaking point. And no matter who's leading the queue, no matter what they tell you you're going to do, give it 100%. If you get done early, go back, pick up that 6 and drive them with 100% of what you can to get them over that line. And I think everybody will be surprised at what you are actually accomplished, what you're capable of. Your mental fortitude is everything in life. And if you can't be strong with mental fortitude, you will not be a strong leader. You will not be an effective leader. So practice that in the gloom. Pick a workout. Don't even look who's going to queue. Just show up. Doesn't matter what they say. Give it 100% and see where it takes you.
Bam.
Love it.
Well done, man. Well done. Sweet interview.
Yeah.
You're a pro at this.
I'm sweating.
All right. Up next, brand new segment for F3 The Union. Jenny saves the world.
Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Jenny saving the world.
NBD, just Jenny here to save the world. That's all.
Just another day in the life. That's what I do.
Yeah, we found out last week at Coffee Hall that Jenny can solve any problem with one sentence.
It's simple, bro. Just do the thing.
If you feel like you're out of shape, the solution is obviously get in shape.
Work out. What the hell are you doing? Work out, bro.
I mean, if you're having problems with feeling down, just go outside and smile and be happy.
Don't be doofus.
Simple. Here, it's that simple. LJ, watch. You give him a practice one. Give him a practice problem. He'll solve it in one sentence.
Yep. Anything.
World hunger.
We actually solved this one already.
Already
Bro,
done.
Yeah.
just eat, bro. What are you doing?
Just eat. If you're hungry, eat.
Quit being hungry. You're dragging us all down. You're making world hunger by not eating.
Problem
Criminy.
solved.
All right. As you can tell,
So
high
going-
caliber thinking.
So going forward, each month, each episode, we will throw Jenny a problem, and his task will be solve that problem in one sentence.
I'm gonna try to do it with thinking as little as possible as well.
All right, Jenny, are you ready to save the world?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right. While healthcare is available in first world countries, accessing quality and affordable healthcare can still be difficult for many, especially those without adequate insurance coverage. Solve our access to healthcare problem.
Can I take this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna audible out to LJ.
Move to a first world country.
All right, let me clarify. Is the problem accessibility within the first world country or accessibility of those living in third world countries?
All around.
Oh, first world countries, just go to the hospital. It's right there, bro. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Third world? Build hospitals. What are y'all doing, dude? And if you're a first world country and you want to help third world countries, build hospitals in the third world country. It ain't that hard, Chief. What are we doing?
If you build them, they will come.
the injured and all of your sick will come to the hospital. On God, though, just go to the hospital, get that debt, call it. What else are you gonna use your money for if you're dead? Nothing,
because you're dead.
Exactamundo.
All right, let me try a different one. That wasn't great. We're gonna reset.
What are you talking about? I solved it. That was
We're gonna reset. We're gonna reset one more. You get one more take. It was a poorly led up question. All right, let me lead in more clearly this time. All right,
Okay, let's go.
all right. Time for our first official. Jenna solves the world.
This one's for real.
Jenna, we are in an election year, a year that is rife with political polarization. Political polarization. Solve it.
Don't be so polarized, bro. Just what do you mean? Why are you picking such abstract concepts? What are you talking about political
That's more than one
polarization?
sentence.
I know. All right, how do I fix political polarization? Just shut up. Just shut up, dude. Honestly. Just stop it. Okay? Just vote for whoever you're going to vote for. I don't give a rip, and get off my Facebook page. That's all I ask. Done and dusted.
Vote and stay off Facebook.
That's really it. Quit posting on Facebook. I'm looking at you, Uncle Steve. Criminy.
Jenna has solved political polarization.
I think he solved more than political polarization. I think he solved 90% of the world's problems. Quit
Yeah, it's-
posting it on Facebook.
Funny how most of those only exist in one place, huh?
In the first world.
Oh, I meant Facebook, but
That's what I meant too. Yeah.
all right,
Facebook.
cool. All right,
Social media. That's what I meant.
yeah, they don't got. Do they have Facebook in the Congo? We may never know.
Jenna, you solved the world's problems.
This
Well
has
done.
been a segment of Privileged White Man Oversimplifies Everything.
This segment will only go up.
It sure can't get worse than this.
It was so good up here. In our minds, this was so good.
I think it went fine.
I think we nailed it for an intro.
Yeah. No, this is the expectations you should have going forward.
All right. We're going to begin our State of the Union episode 4 draft. We're going to be drafting first for our main character for our rom-com. It is February, Valentine's Day. Hopefully we all watched at least one rom-com with our M's over the past month. So if you had to cast a rom-com, what packs do you want for round 1 main character? Your love interest, your main character. Big J, who you got?
I'm taking Baywatch all day, son. Case in point, names like drop the mic.
Round 1, pick one. Well done. All right. Baywatch main character for Jenna's movie.
Now, let's be clear. Since he's a main character, he can't be anywhere else now.
Correct.
No, I would say he can come back around and for a different round for a different movie.
Okay, that's fine. All right. There's no rules here.
Make him up as we
We're just
go.
kind of rolling with it.
LJ, you're number 2. Who do you have?
I was going to say Jen A.
Oh, wow. You flatter me, sir. Man.
Jen A main character.
Now I'm going to get the main character syndrome, bro. I'm going to be a little full of myself. Watch out now.
All right, LJ, tell us more. Why Big J over here?
Oh, I don't know. He's just he's been on a roller coaster since I met him. He's quiet till you get to know him, and then he's actually a pretty solid dude.
I'm just a dynamic centerpiece is what I'm hearing.
Now when you see him running from behind, running away from you, he looks like Forrest Gump.
When I got my red hat on, it's indistinguishable.
I love that line. Jen A, because he's been on a roller coaster since I met him.
Like this guy's got a lot going on, probably. Be an interesting main character. He's always getting into nonsense.
All right. To circle back though to LJ's question of reusing people, let's nix what we said earlier. You can't reuse anybody.
All right.
That way we get more packs called out. Got to get more creative here.
LJ, do you want to change your answer now that okay.
Yes. Every now and again, I will change a rule if I think it'll help me win something.
Smart. That's just good thinking.
You know.
Can I change some KOG rules then?
Always.
We are constantly changing those anyways. I thought. I don't know. Why you gotta ask?
All right, I'm going main character Quaker.
Quaker. All right. All
Because
right.
as Quaker and I have already discussed, he's already living a rom-com. You should just ask Quaker about how he's already living a rom-com and about the awkward ways that apparently me and some other guy have had conversations with him about his family.
Oh Lord.
So Quaker's living a rom-com.
Man,
He was already on, and I didn't include this in our interview. Oh my
we
gosh.
messed up, bro.
We'll bring him back. We'll bring him back again.
Yeah, round 2.
All right, so I've got Quaker going for my main character. Likable. He's funny. He's a high school quarterback that ran an option offense.
Facts. Big facts.
I mean, he's got
Yeah.
a character arc for days. Quaker, and he loves oatmeal, so a lot to work with there. All right, I am now first pick round 2 for our antagonist.
Okay.
Find that however you want, but this is your bad guy. This is a guy nobody really likes.
Well, okay. I'm gonna reframe that
Okay,
during
for me, in my film, this is
Who are you about to say?
in my guy. This is the one. This is when you don't want to win. You're like, man, I hope this guy doesn't get the girl. This one's pretty simple for me, pretty easy. My antagonist, Uniball. He's gonna be the ex-boyfriend. Listen to this character. He's the ex-boyfriend who only wears tank tops everywhere he goes,
Okay.
and he's always on a bike. Those are his main characters. He's always wearing tank top on a bike, and he's everywhere we go throughout the whole film. He just pops up on his bike wearing a tank top with these ripped arms, just showing him off. While Quaker's over there trying to hand off footballs and pump some iron to get stronger, you got Uniball just tank topping everywhere he goes.
Oh my god.
Ding ding.
Ding ding, ding ding. Uniball is my antagonist. All right, we're swinging back to middle. That's you, LJ. Who do you have for your antagonist?
Well, I had to change mine thanks to your rules change,
Mm.
but I'm going to go with Sheila.
Sheila. Sheila. Yeah. I fully support this decision.
And the reason why is because if you watch Sheila and Janae,
Oh my
It's like,
god,
yeah.
dude. No. The Sheila and Janae beef is just constant. He would be my antagonist. Oh my god.
Love it. We got Janae v. Sheila in the LJ film. All right, J Money, who are you picking?
All right. I'm picking this person not around the true antagonist archetype, but more like if you've ever seen the Santa Claus, you know, there's the very handsome alternative love interest that wears all the nice sweaters.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, it's usually a very likable person
Yep.
who has committed no crime other than just being there. And for that, I am picking Knievel. And I think it's kind of an intuition pick, man.
That's a good one.
He just seems like that nice, happy-go-lucky guy that the main character is just inexplicably at odds with. So
That's
Knievel.
good. The Tigger mentality,
yeah,
just hard to hate him, and yet you don't want him to win. Just right there. It's like, why don't you want him to win? No one knows. No
Only
one
be-
knows.
literally only because you want the main character that the whole film is focused around to win for some other inexplicable reason. you know?
Exactly.
Doesn't
want
make
Baywatch
sense.
to win.
Yeah.
All right, Lil Jon. We are no. We're at
You
Gen A.
messed
Oh,
up.
I'm at the I'm at the corner.
I did. We're at Gen A. He's playing the end. So now you're picking your best friend, the funny guy who also can offer wisdom.
Oh, Goosebumps.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Anyone who did,
Oh.
I think everyone had Goose picked out for this
Oh.
one, right?
Sure did.
He's that guy. He's just that guy. Oh, Goose.
Man.
100%. Where you go from
Man.
where you go from you're laughing, and then you walk away and you're like, wait a minute. I think
Did I
he had a
learn
really good
something?
point there. Wait a minute. He just got right into me, into my soul, deep. Yeah. He's the guy. Good call. All
Thank
right,
you, thank you.
LJ, round out your film.
This is the second time I've had to rethink something because of Jen A. Thank
My
you.
bad, my bad, my bad.
Thank you. Off the top of my head, I'll go with Soccer Mom.
Oh, I was gonna my second pick.
Soccer Mom,
Ah.
solid
All
pick.
right.
You
Tell
can
us.
never tell if he's dead serious or just pulling your leg. You could literally see him with a laugh track. He says something and you're like,
He
oh,
just
that must be
has
fun.
he has that flat delivery perfected, you know?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
It's that flat delivery of like, hey, let's go run another half mile. Oh, it's just up there. It's just up there. We're almost there. 3 miles later.
Still running. Well done. Well done. So you've taken two of my round 3 ideas here. I was gonna go with Soccer Mom because my antagonist is Uniball riding his bike. We're gonna go Soccer Mom running everywhere. They were gonna be a little yin yang setup. That's gone though now. Going a different direction. The person I'm about to name next, please take no offense to this. I'm shifting the character a little bit. This is gonna be the best friend who also plays the role of mentor. This is plays a bit of a paternal role. This is gonna go to Playdate.
I was thinking Playdate.
It's gonna be Playdate. So in my movie, Playdate comes in and he both knows how to have a good time, but also how to make it serious and bring it in for the warm embrace and the words of wisdom right when my man Quaker needs to be picked up again.
Boom. Solid pick.
And that wraps my team. All right, let's review, and then we'll let the people decide who has the best movie. Jen A, your main character is...
I've got Baywatch for my main character, Knievel for my antagonist, for lack of a better term, and then Goosebumps for my secondary support character / best friend / what have you.
Love it. LJ, what have you?
I have Jen A as my main character on a roller coaster. I have Sheila as my antagonist.
Yeah, that's good.
Because if you know the Jen A Sheila beef, it's real. And I got Soccer Mom as that serious yet comedic relief.
Love it. Love it. Solid team. And then I'm rounding us out. I've got Quaker as my main character, Uniball as my antagonist. Just imagine the Quaker Uniball back and forth. That would be great. And then I've got Playdate as my best friend / mentor. So let us know who won.
Yeah, let me know that I won.
The F3, the Union Rom-Com Valentine's Draft, sponsored by
Baja
Four
Blast. Is it all right if we do a segment sponsored by Baja Blast?
I totally
100%.
think Jen A is going for the Coca-Cola sponsorship right about now.
It does look that way, doesn't it?
Sure does. Are you drinking one right now?
He's drinking a Coke Zero. I know
Coke
what that
Zero,
is.
baby.
Is there caffeine in those?
Yeah.
Yes, come on.
Okay. And
I just got to tell you that Baywatch was my second pick because of the comment that Shrink has said about him being quite the handsome fella.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I
Uh-huh.
mean he's definitely dead on for casting for
Here's-
a rom-com.
Here's the thing. I thought this through, and I realized if I picked him, we'd probably we'd go over the line. Like I would have gone too far with my vocalized interest in Baywatch. So I had to draw the line there, but I couldn't pick him again for this.
So you decided to just go ahead and get weird afterwards.
It's still being recorded.
So Baywatch, just know, even though you weren't on my team, you're still in my mind.
Baywatch, please come back to workouts. Don't let this deter you. I can keep Shrink at arm's length from you. It's okay.
Shrink stares into his eyes.
No, the deep stares are reserved for Bluey. Only Bluey gets
my
deep
God.
stares. I just do sit-ups into his face. Just
He's the only one that can handle him.
and I groan every time.
Stop, dude.
That's all it
My
needs.
God.
All right, LJ, we know you're sleepy. we're going to let you go here in a moment. All we need you for next is to be our judge, our arbiter, our middleman, the one who decides the victor for Crossfire.
Ultimate challenge. Crossfire.
All right. So our Crossfire topic for this month is Gatorade is the ultimate thirst quencher. Jenna will be taking the position of yes, Gatorade is the ultimate thirst quencher. I will take the opposing stance. Gatorade is not the ultimate thirst quencher. Little John, you'll be tasked with deciding who is our victor. We will allow Jenna to lead us off. Jenna, when you are ready, the floor is yours.
I'm ready. I didn't even know if I was supposed to be for or against this, and I'm about to wipe the floor with you.
Good luck.
All right.
And what will you be using to wipe the floor?
Your face. Oh, you the Bobby Boucher side?
Not Gatorade.
This is good information to know ahead of time. All right, listen here, Bobby Boucher. Gatorade is the ultimate thirst quencher for many reasons that I will outline in this essay. First and foremost, I think, for those of you who are not privy to the story of Gatorade, I have a half-hour history to walk through. No, it's not going to be that bad. All right. Gatorade's named after the Florida Gators. Why, you may ask? What the heck? This makes no sense. Well, it does actually, you idiot. Listen to what I'm about to say. It was developed by the Florida Gators for their collegiate football program and developed and studied in a professional setting in order to be the most capable thirst-quenching substance that they could put into their body. It was only secondary that they began to develop and sell the recipe outside of use in collegiate football games. So we have science on our side. If water was better, why wouldn't we just use water? Guess what? We spent all that money for something better. So we might as well use it now that it's out in public in the world. And then my last point. There are many different forms of Gatorade now. We have come a far way from a simple one use. We have pre-workout Gatorade. We have post-workout Gatorade. We have during workout Gatorade. We have Gatorade specific to different sports, ventures, what have you. No matter what it is, there is a Gatorade that will make you optimized for that specific endeavor. And because of that, inherently, it is putting its best foot forward in quenching your thirst.
Thirsting your quench and quenching your thirst.
Thirsting your quench.
About to thirst the heck out of your quench.
I have no counterpoints that I have thought up, so Shrink can just say whatever he wants about it now.
Yes. All right. Here's the cool thing about this. Neither of us really know which side we're going to be on until we start talking. And we don't decide on the topic until the same day, sometimes the same hour.
Very frequently.
So let me tell you, though, why Gatorade is not the ultimate thirst quencher. First of all, electrolytes, what the heck are those?
That's what plants crave.
I dare you right now to find out. You just tell me, what's an electrolyte? Does anybody really know? If you can tell me what an electrolyte is without Googling it, then maybe I'd take your point. But you don't know because no one knows because it's made up. It's a made up science. Y'all want to hear about some bad data, some false news? Electrolytes, false news. It's not real. They're not real. They're lying to you. If you're feeling a little extra fatigued, just put a little salt in your mouth. A little bit of salt.
Hey, what's salt? Why would you do that?
You would use salt because you're depleted of sodium. You've lost some sodium. Electrolytes, never heard of her. Secondly,
All right, my
if
bad. Go on.
if electrolytes do exist, why would you want an electrolyte? I'm a grown man. I want an electro heavy all day long. Are you kidding me right now? Give me the electro extra heavy if you have it available, please. Gatorade electrolytes pass. Along the same lines as electrolyte. You know how many different types of Gatorade they've got? Want to know why? Because they all have different calories, all have different flavors. So many posers, so many different masks, facades. You never know what you're going to get. You get water, no calorie counting, none. The answer, 0. What flavor is your water? Easy. Flavor is water. Is water. That's your flavor.
It's your
What flavors
water
taste
flavored
like?
water.
It's water. The flavor's water. You'll never wonder. You'll never be like, what's it going to taste like? Is it going to taste like berries and perfume? I don't know. No, water tastes like water.
All right, I have a counter for that.
Hit me.
It is a mystery. It's just, it's not around, is it going to taste like berries? It's a mystery of, is it going to taste like nickels or pennies or water? You never know.
Which
Water,
is only a benefit.
why the flavor of nickels?
Sure is. So a little extra iron in your body does the body good.
A little extra fluoride.
That's all
A little
you need.
extra, who knows what else they're putting in your water supply.
If you're lucky.
I know what they're putting in my Gatorade, and it's Red 40, all right? And I drink a lot of it. And I'm better for it, I think. The mutations, they help me think. And I forgot what I was saying. Also, I'm pretty sure electrolytes are electra heavies mixed with water.
Good attempt.
a la natural lights and Bud Lights and our other refreshments.
That are light.
So just have a light beer instead if you need electrolytes. Right.
You're not wrong. Jenny, closing argument.
My closing argument is pretty much this guy has no idea what he's talking about. I'd rather roll the dice on literally any Gatorade flavor than drink tap water ever. Actually, I hate tap water. That's a different thing altogether. I will concede that, okay, maybe you can't boil pasta with water or with Gatorade, but you could try. And finally, Gatorade costs money because you are buying the extravagance of the actual thirst quencher. Thank you. Good night. Tip your waiter.
Good attempt. Good attempt. I'm going to wrap this up with 2 final points. Number 1, we all know that it is vital. It's vital to be aware of how you look, because when you look good, you play good, men.
Hearsay.
You look good, you play good. With Gatorade, there's so many colors. So many colors. How are you going to make sure the color of your Gatorade matches what you're wearing? Matches the team uniform? You don't. You can't. Imagine all of those shots you get after somebody wins Super Bowl and they pour the Gatorade on them when the color's off.
It would be embarrassing. You're right.
If it were just water, though, imagine that. Just clear water, like from a waterfall, just coming down right on top of Bill Belichick. Just imagine that. Beautiful. Green, though, purple, orange, red. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2, this is the strongest one, Lil John. Be prepared to have your mind blown. All right. The reason why water is superior to Gatorade, let me ask you all this. What's the number 1 ingredient in Gatorade?
Gators.
Answer's water. Water. I will close my case with this line. Don't Gatorade. Hydrate.
I'll close my argument with this. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Water sucks. Gatorade.
I think you and Elena have been practicing that some.
We every night before bed.
That little rhyme there took a lot of work.
It took a lot out of me.
Thanks for giving it to us.
Yeah, don't get used to it.
Little John, pick a victor.
He's got a tough decision because they're both horrible.
I thought
luck
this
sorting
was
all
going to
that
be
out.
tough. I thought it was going to be tough until Shrink just countered his own argument.
Oh no.
The simple fact is that electrolytes is sodium, calcium, and
Well,
potassium. So when you
okay,
sprinkle that
okay.
little bit of salt into that water,
This guy.
it's
this guy.
Gatorade.
Yeah, you're
It's
making
Gatorade.
all you're
Here.
doing is Gatorade with extra steps, you dingus.
Who
Come
wants
on.
to drink ocean water? Just drink Gatorade.
Oh,
And the other point is, I don't need to see people dumping buckets of ice water on their head. That was the ice bucket challenge. I want to see Gatorade on the field at the end of the game. So
big
this
facts.
victory goes to Jen A.
All right. Well,
My comeback streak is alive and well. Thank you, Little John, for your
you
support.
gotta let them win some to maintain competition.
Like a vampire.
That's what I'm going for with KOG this month.
Just give him enough hope to keep coming back.
That's a good call. That's a good call. Well, Jen A, I will give you the win this time. I hope you enjoy it.
Give me the win nothing. I earned this. I'll give you the ability to lose to me.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
whatever.
All right, boys.
I cannot wait for this Hemi Awards.
It's gonna be so bad.
Do we?
We got nothing, dude.
Jen is like, tell me what's electrolytes. She's like, without Googling it. I'm like, oh, I'm already typing. Whoops.
Here's the good news is that we've got presenters lined up, so they'll take up space. For
And
us.
Chat GPT.
Yeah, we do.
Oh gosh.
Chat
Just don't let-
GPT is gonna carry
Just don't
it.
let my wife speak, please.
She's
Why?
our third presenter.
Joe Biden.
Hey, I thought that was comedy gold.
Oh yeah, it was.
If anything, we need more out of her.
Yes, we do.
She gets the comedy chops going.
She is a deep well.
Yes.
Keep that thing rolling. All right. Well, it's been a good podcast, boys.
You know, I did want to bring up, neither of you fought for me to come to either of your beatdowns tomorrow.
Oh,
Mm.
you should come to my beatdown because it's at the dock, and the dock's cool, and we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff, and it'll be enjoyable, and we'll have music. I'll play metal music again.
That's the real Crossfire, by the way.
I know it. Yeah, we miss opportunity. I didn't realize we were both queuing tomorrow. Shows how little we pay attention to what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I knew that you were only because I was like, oh, he's not going to be there. We can't talk about our plans for Saturday then. That's
My
fine.
goal is to avoid you as much as possible so we don't get to do any pre-planning.
Well, we don't want to waste our good stuff on practice.
That's the real issue is we would cut it
As
up
long
too
as you have
much.
Quaker standing beside you, narrating with his hands the whole time, it's going to be fine.
Perfect.
You should come to my workout because of the title of the workout. VO2 the max.
That is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That gets respect.
I feel like people never really appreciate the work I put into my titles of my workouts.
You feel underappreciated.
I do. So if y'all could go back and just look at the titles of my workouts and just every now and again comment on them being pretty cool.
All right, that'll be our draft next month. Is our favorite shrink workout titles.
Appreciate it.
I'll see one of you in the morning.
All right. Well, VP, roll us out of here, man.
Yeah, take it away, VP.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. What a great episode. Really looking forward to Saturday night, Valentine's party. Hoping all of you can make it. Should be a really good time. First of all, shout out to Midriff and Muddy Waters for helping get that all planned. Yeah, that's right. But we are
And
going to
their
close
M's.
this thing out. What's that?
And their M's.
And their M's.
Who I always
That's
feel bad
right.
for because we say that this is not, they aren't supposed to do any work, but their wives have to do work.
Well, we all know Renee wants to do the work. She doesn't want other women showing up to something planned just by us. So,
No, it wouldn't be any fun for
Smart,
anybody.
yeah.
But that's it, guys. Have a good night. We'll see you in the gloom. And remember, always be accelerating.
Yeah.
Pieces
Peace.
in one piece. There's one piece. Two signs.
One piece.
One
All right.
love.
like this.
It's crazy. Both of
All
you are
right.
drinking caffeine right now.
And you're on, Lil Jon.
This episode is sponsored by Monster Energy. Get some.
Also sponsored by LJ's favorite drink and substance known to man, soy.